But it's you I like. I wish that I had guts enough to flirt a little, but I'm too scared I'll fail. I wish that I could listen to the voice inside me, a voice that always says, give it a go, don't waste your time, 'cause you're running out. Give it a go and ask her out, only takes one try, yeah. Even if she tells you no, then at least you know. So give it a go, give it a go. I just can't read you when you pass me by. Sometimes you look my way and say my name and I turn around, but when I see you, you just walk on by. It's like you wanna talk but get caught off by your own mind. I wish that I had guts enough to flirt a little, but I'm too scared I'll fail. I wish that I could listen to the voice inside me, a voice that always says, give it a go, don't waste your time, 'cause you're running out. Give it a go and ask her out, only takes one try, yeah. Even if she tells you no, then at least you know. So give it a go, give it a go. Oh, oh. Let her know, let her know, let her know, let her know. Oh, let her know, let her know, let her know. Yeah, just give it a go. Let her know, let her know, let her know, let her know. Oh, give it a go, give it a go. I wish that I had guts enough to flirt a little, but I'm too scared I'll fail. I wish that I could listen to the voice inside me, a voice that
Welcome back to another Habs Nation live stream show with the hockey coach, Guru Coach, and she's directly for the beautiful country of the land of the smile and talent on the great Tuesday night, June 28, 27, 2023. We are about what, Coach? Yes, 22 hours of the NHL Draft 2023. Many hockey fans wait for that great evening in NHL happening in Nashville tomorrow night. It was an easy day today for the Montreal Canadiens. How like something happening to them, a trade possible. I was just kidding. We're going to talk tonight. What do you have on the menu, Coach, tonight on the subject? But tonight, guys, we're going to talk about the Montreal Canadiens, the Habs preview NHL Draft. Originally, when I did that, I was talking about the pick number fifth overall pick, the 31st and the 37th. But it looked like we don't have those pick anymore, only number 5th. But we're going to talk about what Montreal can do. And then if you follow me, guys, the Habs Daily News today, we talk about the Montreal Canadiens rumor. Possible they move up or move down. There was all the direction Montreal could do, make some kind of trade, what they get in return. So they have those scenario 1 to 5, and you can watching this video. And I want to invite you guys before we move on. Don't forget, guys, to click on the Nation Live Show, Habs Nation, and YouTube channel we have. You can look about this at some point. The moderator is going to make the channel, the link to sign there. That's we're going to create some kind of news of that's fun what happening with the Montreal Canadiens. So don't miss that opportunity to sign up for the Habs Nation. Here we go, guys. We're going to have this is the night where we're going to see what happening with Ken Hughes and Hugo or Jeff Gordon tomorrow night for the Montreal Canadiens. And I'm sure we're going to have some kind of reaction about the trade today between the Montreal Canadiens and the Colorado Avalanche. for Alex Newhook got in return Montreal the 31st and 37th. Before we go deep, guys, I'm going to welcome everybody in the chat. We have a few moderators for sure. But the most important thing, we have a couple of great people in the chat. We want to welcome, first of all, Mr. Larry Lavallée, directly from upstate New York. He's back in the house tonight. Mr. Larry, thank you so much to be with us. Mr. Inartap is in the house. Welcome back, Mr. Inartap. The Malarda, Mr. Luciano GRAZIANO is in the house. We have the roadrunner, Mr. Gary Cournoyer is in the house, the winner of the French quiz. We have French quiz tonight. French quiz, guys, tonight is just be lucky because it's all about a number. So hopefully going to do that well. I didn't have no time to figure out everything, but you have 3 questions and you have to give me a number. Anyhow, Mr. Randy Walkman, he is back in the house. Mr. Deuce B, welcome back. From Vermont, back in the house. Mr. Roger Bouchard is in the house. A lot of great comments in the chat between everybody. Mr. Steve G, Colorado Avalanche #1 fans, is back in the house tonight. Try to pick it up everything. Willie Snyder back in the house tonight, Willie. Friend Sebastian is in the house. Welcome back, Sebastian. Thanks to be with us. Oh, Jake McEnwee is in the house tonight. Welcome back, Jake. Thanks to here with us. With this, we will see what the coach will say about the trade. Willie, happy Tuesday from Denver, Colorado. Happy for Tuesday. There was some for tonight. Human, there we go. Here we go. Steve G in our tap. Roger, Willie Snyder. Claude Richard from Ottawa is in the house. And then we have Carlos. Welcome back, Carlos. Très bon échange. 2 fois 2 round pick. Il faut arrêter de dire que c'est le choix de premier round, Carlos. Well said. Well done. Well, yes. Would be interesting. Montreal is not too small for Michkov, Carlos. Oh. Talking about small players. Yeah, absolutely about that one over there. Should trade number 5 for an excellent quality goaltender in NHL. A2, not a big fan of the trade. Hope no workout, but 2 picks on the deep draft sound a lot to me about that one. A2. RJ Calabro is in the house tonight. Welcome back, RJ. Should add trade the 5th for an excellent quality goaltender in NHL. The problem with Carlos about this, which one you talking about? I don't think so. I think it would be too much because the quality of the 5th round pick will be high. And, you know, you talk about Vasilevsky or something like that, possible. But which one you're going to make that trade? I don't see that. I don't think so. It will happen. Avant que c'est le meilleur mot à faire, coach. KLS, welcome back in the house, KLS. Thanks to be with us. Thanks so much, Inartap. Can use aime bien échanger ses joies et aime pas trop gambling. Aime pas trop gambling. I think he gambling a lot. William McLaren is in the house. Welcome back. Danny, I thought that we were going to get more than 1 pick at the first one. Canada on the fence now about the trade. I want to be optimist. Is a deep draft. A lot of comments about the deep draft. Think about this, Danny. And I'm going to open the door to you right now. And for everybody, we're going to talk about this a bit later. But it's not over yet. So remember, guys, Montreal Canadiens have some plan last year. You have to always reevaluate every move that Montreal did last year. And nobody was expect the Montreal Canadiens trade Romanov to get the 13th overall pick. And then they turn around to get Kirby Dach. That's what they did last year. And then they select Slavkovsky for multiple reasons. And nobody was expecting Montreal to go with Slavkovsky. So what you try to do, I believe Montreal is not done yet. Or they have a really, 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 they really know what they are going to do with that 5th overall pick if they keep it. If not, I wouldn't be surprised they move down and they get 2 picks before that. So maybe they move down with the Flyers and they get the pick number 7 and pick number 22nd or 24th. So we're going to talk about this that way. So Danny, I can understand maybe, but just be a little bit wearing, a little bit wait until this complete tomorrow, the night of the first round for the Montreal Canadiens. I don't want to be like, I want to sit on board, but maybe 1 month ago or maybe 3 weeks ago, I put 5 fan player Montreal Canadiens should targeting to get a trade like Kirby Doc. One of them, it was my player was Alex Newhook for the Colorado Avalanche. I'm going to talk about this next couple of minutes. And Rabinoff is in the house. Welcome back, Mr. N. Rabinoff. Nicholas, welcome in the house, Nicholas. I hope Montreal trade number 5 for an active players. KLS is in the house. Did the Kings overpay? Yeah, Mr. Pierre-Luc Dubois is over. Draft Michkov for John Rassilti. Love the trade, Roger. Welcome back, Roger. Thank you so much. A lot of people pick it up. And Mr. André Robert Drouin, stay in the house. Guys, by the way, I have my 5th overall pick selection for Montreal Canadiens. It's going to be announced this, I don't know, maybe in 15 minutes, 30 minutes. And I'm going to shock each one of you tonight. Last year, I select Slavkovsky 24 hours before the selection. And tonight, I have my selection for the Montreal Canadiens. Are proud to select from... We'll see what happening. I think San Jose would be a foolish not draft Michkov and leave Will Smith for the Habs. Andrew O'Connor is back in the house tonight. Sean McIntyre, hi coach, do you think this trade today means the 5th pick has been training for 2 picks for Anderson or Edmondson or other are going to bring back those pick? Get your thinking. Here we go. There we go. Yes, I'm really ready for the show tonight. Because I think we have something we have to thinking always a little bit deeper. And I have a really short sleep last night. But we'll see what happened. Newhook nickname New Hit. André Robert, salut Luciano. Would you give up a 31st, 37th pick for a 16th pick? That's a Newhook. I like the trade. Newhook has an ice ceiling with the ab. He has a speed to burn about that one over there. So let's go that direction. Okay, we don't have to hide anything. I guess let's talk about this because everybody talk about this. The Montreal Canadiens trade with the Colorado Avalanche. Alex Newhook. The trade of that one, guys, is and I will go to give you right there here is. The Montreal Canadiens trade the 31st overall pick, the 37th overall pick, and Fairbrother. Fairbrother play in the WHL with the silver tips. Unfortunately for him, many injuries make him, have they never developed the way he was expected with the Montreal Canadiens. So that's happening about Fairbrother. But the fact I'm talking about is really Alex Newhook. And I just want to share with you the reason I want to bring back Newhook, guys, is because the value of 31st and 37, right? And NHL, if you put together a package deal, the value, I'm just talking about the value, but that will give you approximately a pick between 23rd to 25th in NHL. So imagine this on your head right now. So that's what the value of every time you trade 2 pick at 31st, 37, a value is 33rd to 25th overall pick. So that's what you get from that. So Montreal Canadiens, when they select that, they consider maybe a player like at that level at 23rd, 25th. It all depends what it would be on the leaderboard for the upcoming draft. They feel like Alex Newhook, a 16 overall pick in 2019, just behind Cole Caulfield, by the way. And now Montreal Canadiens have 3 players on that draft. Talk about Caulfield, Kirby Doc, and Alex Newhook. 5'10", 190 pounds. Newfoundland, he was working with the agency that Ken Hughes, another contact where Ken Hughes have in the past. We know, everybody know his speed. He know what he can bring, can play on power play, can play on PK. Play only 13 minute average, or 13:45 if you want to get there. And that's what he did. He's really played only 2 full seasons in NHL. He had played over 159 games. That's what really Newhook. Now, obviously, he have an opportunity this year to carry on, to move up to the second center with Comfort. And obviously, he never make it. He's really used at the third line and the bottom 6 for the Colorado Avalanche for the last 2 years, where he really did a good job with them. And that's what he bring. He bring really well what the Martin St. Louis are looking for. Transition, carry on the puck, speed, and move the puck with great option. Newhook could become a great hockey player in the NHL. Never have, you have a season of 13 goals, I think. But last year was a bit more diminished compared to his first year. Some people are a little bit upset for 31st or 37th. Yes, maybe one or two could make the NHL, but maybe not better at Newhook at the end of the day. The chance they become better are not really high when you pick 31st and 37 in NHL. It's happened. Yes, it's happened. Always going to find something happening in the NHL draft and NHL. But my point behind the chance to become better, they are not much could happening, in my opinion, for Alex Newhook. Yes, they could get Eden Gauthier, but Gauthier maybe not be there at 31st. Maybe they could look the goaltender. Yes, but how long he will take? So all the thinking maybe and if you tell that, you have to focusing more what Alex Newhook bring on the table. Yes, he's a 5'10", I understand that, but the team, if you look, who they pick last year, right? Sakoski, they won for his size, right? And they think about Sakoski, what the way he can handle the pressure to become a first overall pick. I can go deeper. But look after that, Mézard, speed. It was Mézard. Look about Hudson, shifty, right? Great hockey sense. He can move the puck, transition puck. That's a great pick. Look, Vincent Rover, another big guy again, but how he can move the puck, how he was shifty with the great hands. That's what. So you have to look about how Montreal select. Look, Owen Beck. They really want Owen Beck for his sense of hockey, his haiku, his hockey sense, his character. He was the student of the year in CHL. So they're looking about different things what maybe not other teams are thinking. And I think that's the reason why they go with Newhook. He brings some kind of quality fit and the team what Martin St. Louis want to bring all together. So that's at the end of the day, this is a good pick for the Montreal Canadiens. We don't know his ceiling. We don't know how he's going to develop. The time will tell us. Yes, some of you may be disappointed, but I think overall, this is a good trade for the Montreal Canadiens. That open up other things. Some of you talk about move up, move down, everything like that. I feel Ken Hughes is not done yet. Something happening. We'll see what is really the next move about this one. We want to see Newhook is there to say with USAM at trade bar. Vinny James in the house. Alan Mack Mishkov to the Flowers. Alan Mack about this coach. Have you talked about the Newhook trade? If you thought on it, sound like they are going after the underperforming young gun getting cheap salary. No, I don't think so. Again, it's the same thing was happening with Kirby Dack. They're really thinking about players are at a young age, and they can develop them for the next 2-3 years, and they become better what they did so far. So it's not about the salary cap. It's not about the money about that. It's really about they really believe like Kirby Dack. Well, Kirby Dack never played the level they did this year with the Montreal Canadiens since he played in NHL. They feel the same with Alex Newhook. And again, it's about a dimension of the game, about the speed. And that's what you get with Alex Newhook. I know Save G knows very well. He really played. He's a good hockey player. He competes a lot. So would be interesting what would be the next for him. But that's the reason, Andre, most of what the reason they pick it up. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. Philly is willing to do anything for the fifth pick. Use as to be an opportunity and to get the world for hit. Here we go. So the Flyers, guys, they move with the Montreal Canadiens. But what happened if Michkov is not there anymore? So you have some options happening with Montreal Canadiens for that. And I will have to wait until what could happen for the Montreal Canadiens. We're going to go a little bit deeper. No clue who a Fairbrother. We just want to pick. Steve Fairbrother, like I said, is a second round pick for the Montreal Canadiens. Defenseman, small defenseman, left defenseman. Unfortunately, concussion. Unfortunately, surgery at the shoulder, I believe. He's been injury after injury. He never reached his full potential. Again, saved as a kid can play with Colorado Eagles, and he bring a lot of great leadership. By the way, as a guy, he's very good inside the locker room. Flyers having a Garachel, Sébastien, André Odegaard. If Christian Dvorak is next to go, what can I expect back? But for Dvorak, guys, I will set you a third round pick, maybe a slightly late second round pick, but that will be the pick about that, or a B prospect. That will be the way with Dvorak. Unfortunately, it is like it is, but a third round pick is really sound good to me on my eyes, on my ear right now. And that will be the Christian Dvorak. Yes, now with extra player with Newhook, Evans, and Beck, and it's coming very soon, and Monahan, Zuski, but many of them can play winger, by the way. So don't sell this right away if Dvorak will be out. Not easy to sell a player at $4.5 million for the next 2 years to make bait trade that way. I'll be shocked if Dvorak trade right now. During the week here, I think they will wait for the team get their UFA, and then after that, each team can check the roster in front of them. So, maybe we need another center, but because you have 2 years remaining on his contract, it could be a little bit more difficult for the Montreal to get a little bit higher in return for him. So thanks again, everybody. Again, don't forget, guys, to click on the like. I will pick it up, everything in the chat the most I can. Philly, 1/5 overall. Use better. Squeeze them at what it hurts. But if you get the Phillies, the Flyers get to move up or move down for the Montreal Canadiens. But that's what you get. You get the first 2 round pick for the Flyers and return for 5th. Now, remember, guys, move up for 7 to 5 to 5th. It's not like, wow, this is a big. But because what the situation, I think Montreal can use that opportunity if they don't want to pick up Michkov. But they don't have to pick Michkov if Michkov is not there. So here we go. So it'll be what happening here. Randy talk about the Kings. About that, we'll talk about Mr. Roger. Welcome back in the house. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. Carlos Villardi will score 70 points next year, but it'll be best year is 63 points. Carlos, we'll see what Villardi is going to do. Is he really play his full year in NHL? He dropped a little bit a second half, but the potential of Villardi is really good. He's a big winger, by the way, at 6'3" for sure. Trying to pick it up here. Don't forget, thanks so much, NHL. Zach Benson, is it Coach Vinny? No, it will not be Eric. Where is Margaret going to? But the situation with Carson will be interesting. The San Jose are willing to keep 50% of the contract. It'll be where? So it'll be Carson have some option. A team looking for a right defenseman, a contender in NHL, and pay him for $6 million. It's not too bad. Coach, I believe you are going to predict the draft David Rimbacher. Play as a power forward. He will do great in LA. I think for that trade, I think the Winnipeg Jets get more what my expectation they will get in return. A solid player. Randy, I think I will draft either Leonard or Michkov and Rabinov. Rick Bengal is in the house. Welcome back, Rick. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. Larry. Shocking return by the Jet and this season, but Pierre is still the best player in the trade. Dixon is in the house. Welcome back, Dixon. So glad having you aboard. Sportnet has Benson at 13. Yes, Luciano. Unfortunately for Benson, the way everything turned around right now, and you read, it'll be hard to Benson make 10, 11, in my opinion. But I could be wrong about him. Real deal isn't out. What a short sleep for coach. 2 hours instead of regular 4 hours. Yeah, possible. It was almost exactly like this, William. And again, I did not make a video for Newhook because I knew we were going to talk about him tonight. And I didn't want to repeat, but I'm going to make 2 videos today for sure for the Hockey Nation. Newhook is a DAC 2.0 and Rabinoff. It's a fun kind of player. I think the ceiling could be a higher for Newhook, but you have to be waiting what he's going to bring on the table. WST overpayment for another 5-10 players. I will be disagree with you. WST for the, like I said to you, is earlier. You can select both of them for 23rd to 25th, and that's what at the end of the day, the draft number 31st and the player number 37, guys, you pick. They are 2 players or maybe not play more at the top 6, exactly what Newhook. So at the end of the day, I think it's a good play, it's a good move. It's a bottom 6 center, it's solid. Steve G, I agree with you. Great comments about that. Was it good? I'm a fan and the Panthers fan. Jake, can you get any more? At the leave. That trade goes well and the age of the team player, and they know how the player, it will get there better with our coach and the team. I think so too. I think as a guy can maybe score 15 goals in NHL per season, a guy can maybe 40 to 50 points, but the way I see him, guys, he remind me a lot of Christian Devorek at some point, what you talk about. But he can fill up some hole. He can play on special team. He can play on power play. He can play on PK. He can play center. He can play winger. That's become a versatile player. And the coach want those kind of players sometimes. And I think he fit very well. His speed is just great. And like I say, he saw him for a couple of years. And he's still young, guys, 22 years old at the end of the day. And then Sean Willie Newhook until Cole was available, and people that know the player is going to be a star for the Habs. I love it. Sean, again, like I said, he was on the market for me. He was one of the 5 players I mentioned. One of them was Ty Dellandrea for the Dallas Star. I thought about Bovis was another player I was talking about a couple of weeks ago. And he become a Newhook. So his play is lot for a 4-line minute. Real deal. He played only 13 minutes per game, so he played about 13. The third line, he was most of the time used at the third line for the Colorado Avalanche. For that coach, a lot of going on the Calgary. If Calgary called you and offered Montreal Huberdeau for Nathan, would you take it? No. For that. First of all, but just because what Ken Hughes said, Ken Hughes doesn't want to have any player at 29, 30 years old have a long-term contract to play with the Montreal Canadiens. They're not what they are targeting. Secondly, you're going to carry on Huberdeau for 8 more years at what, $10.5 million. It's $2 million more what the Montreal are right now. That's too much, in my opinion. Almost $3 million, by the way. So you look about two things I just mentioned to you. That's company is red flag. It's a XX right now to get Huberdeau. And Montreal Canadiens are not ready. I'll be shocked to get a player like him or Clinton Keller or any player. Clinton Miller is 25, 26 years old. I can understand that, but I don't see Montreal Canadiens try to go speed the process of rebuilding. You have to keep in the pace of the rebuilding. Look about Steve Eiserman. And I think Montreal are smart staff management to understand their fans want more. Their fans hurry up, right? We love to go to we love everything fast food, fast everything. They want to be fast. Fast driver, I can go away, right? But to be a rebuilding team, you need to take time and not push the process. Now, sometimes you get lucky about something happening where you not expect, but otherwise, keep this slow. Hold yourself. Hold a little bit longer. And wait what happening for sure. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be great if you don't mind to do that. Well, Newhook is fast and got aggressivity, so they are that for that. But my only do add need size now for Nicholas. I think anyone who a the leave or not been to follow who is Newhook Rogers, bottom 6 on the stack team like Colorado and Rabinov. Steve G, we got the value of the new, but we can't replace his speed. Great point, Willie, about this with Steve G for that. But it's the team for me. They got now Ren Owenson, and that's what they expect now. They're going to get the third center. Can they resign Lars Eller? I'm not sure about that. It's a great point. Never have a power play and time in Colorado. For that one, it was not a regular power play for sure, Carlos, about that. But as a guy can pick it up some old over there because he have those kind of creativity and to play on the power play, Carlos. He got forward or defense. About Newhook is a good player, but did Montreal overpay for that? Him not allowed. Not allowed. By the way, many experts would said Montreal Canadiens select 17 overall pick for the Florida Panthers. They will make a trade to get Newhook with a deep draft. I'm not sure about that one there, but that's what their expectation was. So for me, it's not pay a lot to get Newhook. In my opinion, right now, maybe I'll go to Samuel Girard next. I would be surprised, Carlos, because he's a small left defenseman, and we already have a ton of left defensemen. I would be really shocked at Carlos about him. I think Montreal 35 this year make it and will get very good too. Nicholas, centerman, go. And I thought they trade two second maker for him and a prospect with damage knee. How about that? How is that too much? Please don't forget to click on the likes. Mr. Rudolph is now. There are not too many short top 6 forward. Of course, if you're ready to find a team with two of them, GRENIER was ambidextrous. A few team about two of those either. Yeah, that's the point again. Like people say, yeah, but you said coach, you're 5'10" and lower, you cannot win the Stanley Cup. Yes, top 6. But many teams win the Stanley Cup when they make the final conference with the player at 5'10" or lower at the bottom 6. The Tampa Bay Lightning, Yannick Gourde and Tyler Johnson, 2 of them right away there. And I can go with some other team. So that's, be sure you understand my point of view when I said they don't win the Stanley Cup with 5'10" at the top 6. I don't build up money to get a center and free agency. For that, the league should not get Newhook for the first time. Big Bengal. Coach, your nickname should be La Machine. Let's face it, the Florida pick start out really good and slow turn out into crap. But this is something at the end. The pick gave the Montreal Canadiens get Newhook. So if you think about Ben Chariot, well, Ben Chariot trade everything, go with that trade and go to Florida Panthers, and now Montreal Canadiens get Alex Newhook from that pick at the end of the day in Rabinov. In the benefit of the trade, the first round pick of Montreal trade is one of the very last pick of the first round. Call it a second round pick at that point. Yeah, you can see that they'll tell me St. Louis does not has his end on this. As long you can big on the blue line, you can have some small forward. It's like looking at the all Chicago trade when for how going from the third line son to first line, but all right shot son all left winger, and Hall was never in the wool of the man of the Bruins. Yeah, sorry about this again. Chicago tried to bring some kind of veteran like Taylor Hall, some kind of player can to be with Connor Bedard and not to only focusing on Connor Bedard. So they would try to add maybe a Ren O'Reilly. I would not be surprised to be a little bit more active on the UFA to join, not to make that team like to be try to to get Pertuzzi or Love. But I think they would try to bring some kind of veteran around Connor Bedard. We see they can get Nick Fournier stay with the team or not. Carlos last year to second rounder with Becca and Hudson. 2 days that expect to win picks about that one over there. You're absolutely right about Nicholas, but again, they not make the NHL yet, so we have to wait. But you not hit the wall, like you don't hit home run all the time, Nicholas, at the end. Montreal has the 10 prospect. Colorado need that drafted. They have to no prospect. But there's a great point to see this, Carlos. That's what we're looking for. San Jose in the same boat, by the way. It's not very called you and Scarab top goalie prospect. Matt Shine, sorry, down 50% and 12 overall for 5th overall. Do you take it? But first of all, I just want to correct you. And Nashville is the 15th overall pick, not the 12th. Secondly, one thing I would say no right away there because you get Matt Shine. And Max Shine still have a couple of more years to go. And yes, he has $4 million, but it's not what you're looking. It's not a part of the rebuilding. You just try to slip a lot of players right now with too bad contract, right? They stopped this last year. Now they try to trade Hoffman, Armia, to open up more money and to drop the bad contract. Gallagher is the next one, I believe. It would be hard to sell Gallagher. So to answer to that proposal you have right now, I would say no. Can the Colorado, as Nashville, offer Askarov with the 15th overall pick for the 5th overall pick, and then maybe Montreal trade gave them a prospect? I would say yes, but I would not touch Shine allowed on that trade. And hopefully you understand what I've tried to talk about. We screw up ourselves on the Florida pick by bidding the Penguin 3 times. You can see that we do about that, and the Montreal Canadiens did not beat the Florida Panthers 4 times. So at the end of the day, you can look in the mirror. So yeah, we maybe beat Pittsburgh 3 times, but we lost 4 times against the Florida Panthers. So I don't see. You have a reason why, guys. You have a reason they finish at 5th, and you have a reason why their pick is 31st at the end of the day. And maybe they'll open up other things. What happened? Also, you have a pick a defenseman. You can have a small forward. About that, what time is the draft tomorrow? 7 o'clock Eastern time. I could have better with 2 prospects and the first pick for Newhook, and those are 2 picks. About that one, the Canadiens will certainly be better of the upcoming season. Sebastian, I think so. And our top second round pick are Super Campbell. That's the Campbell you get at the second pick, right? You never know where the pick number 31st and the 37. The Toronto Maple Leafs got Matthew Nice 2 years ago. The key on 2023, the deep of this. What happening tomorrow night, guys? And a lot of people would be like this, right? You're going to compare tomorrow night. That's what's happening. I'll tell you right now what's happening tomorrow night on my live streaming. Come back to join me live at 6:30 tomorrow night. I'll be live at 6:30 and we'll stay there all night long, right? And we're going to this day number 2. We are live at this the second round and the third round. My point to you guys is this: that one of Montreal Canadiens trade the 31st. So tomorrow night, the Colorado Avalanche are going to announce the 31st overall pick. Everybody are going to compare the player on the board. Say, see, now you trade Newhook, but look, they have Aiden Gauthier. Oh, look, they have Michael Rabal. Oh, look, they have Charlie Strommel. Or look, they have David Engstrom. Or look, they have this. And then the next day, at pick number 37, they will select, example, they will say, oh, look, Nick Lardis is still there, or whatever is there. Now, after that, they're going to say, okay, you have Newhook, and then you have Strommel, and you have Rabal. That would be the reason people would compare this after that. I feel it, I knew it, and you're going to tell me this tomorrow. So, because he was right about that. The people are going to compare. Right or wrong. And that's the beauty of hockey, the sport. That's the beauty to be hockey fans. It's to sharing what you thought. I'm not better to you, and the one you listen to me when I sit at home, you're not better at me. We're just sharing what we're thinking. And who would be right or wrong? And nobody is right or wrong, guys. We're just sharing our thought about fun things, opinion about this. If we do this with respect, and that's the beauty of what we do here at the Hockey Nation. So for me, like I said, I'm thinking Newhook is a good trade, but you said no, I think it's too much. You're right. Like I'm right too. The time will tell us in the next 5 years, 7 years, what it would be the right deal or no deal. Look at the beginning, Weber versus Subban. Oh, Nashville win the trade. Look, Subban make the team at the final conference, everything like that. But later, maybe Weber was maybe the best thing to do. So you never know, guys. But it's fun because you can talk. This is a great NHL draft. I never be a part. You have so many things. And like Barry Trotz said, Montreal Canadiens have the key of the 5th overall pick. But not anymore. Not anymore. The San Jose Sharks have the key to open the door for the Montreal Canadiens. I will repeat again. Barry Trotz said, Montreal Canadiens have the pick, have the key. Not anymore. The San Jose Sharks have the key to open the door for the Montreal Canadiens. What are you talking about, Coach? I said to you, I'm going to tell you my 5th overall pick, right? Let's see if I have this or not. Let's see if we can go there. By the way, Montreal Canadiens hire two people, Jim Renzi and Gauthier, for the sport medicine. We know they fired 2 people a couple of weeks ago. Now they hire Jim Renzi. Renzi is a part of the NHL for 28 years. He was like many, many years with the New York Rangers, really well known in the industry of hockey for sport medicine. He worked with Jeff Gordon in Naxif for the Toronto, born in Toronto, and now will be a part of Montreal Canadiens. So that's happening about this. If you want to follow Montreal Canadiens, the schedule is out. Montreal Canadiens going to play 13 times back-to-back for what I see very quickly. I did not look yet the third 3-night and 4-night, but the 13 time, guys, it's really fun. If you look about the NHL, I look about all the schedule. The Montreal Canadiens play back-to-back 13 times. The New Jersey Devils are the most with 17 times or 16 times. The Seattle Kraken, guys, they play only 7 times this year, back-to-back. That's almost like 9 to 10 time less of the any from the New Jersey and 3 other teams at 16. That's crazy for them. About that one over there, the Montreal Canadiens announced they're going to meet George Molson is going to meet Mescott tomorrow for like a breakfast for what we heard from Mr. Enartap. And honestly, man, Montreal Canadiens guys have different option, move up or move down. I'm going to leave you there. I've decided to wait for tell you who's going to be my pick for the Montreal Canadiens. What is the first round pick? I've done 2 things right last 2 days. One, they did nothing but not trading the PLD, and the other, Newhook trade. Well done. Great set about this, William. About this, another 31. Jake, the one team I'm interested in see that's move they make the Canucks. Pick number 11 overall. Fairbrother can still make it, but probably at 6 defensemen. Just. I would say to you, I don't see that. Colorado Avalanche are so good on defensemen, prospect, everything like that. I don't see that. But he's a great player who's going to be really good in the American Hockey League. And he's going to bring, if he wants to stay there for a long time, he can do it. He has a lot of great, he's really a good person, by the way. He's really a human being. He's really good on the leadership, by the way. 31st pick is the same as an early second round pick. It's going to be, this is like a first. PL getting 3.5 is a joke. It's not worth that and enough. I would be a little bit careful about that, right? $8.5 million. If you look about everybody and the most of the contract, look at Jordan Kyrou, look about Robert Thomas. As a player, if Pierre-Luc Dubois brings 70 points with the Kings, well, I believe he can do that. I think it'll be a fine contract at long term at 8 years. It will be only like 34, I believe, when he'll be his last contract. It's a good deal at 8.5 if he produces 70 points per season. Because sometimes, you guys, you don't have to consider only the number of the point they make on the board or the number of the goal. He can score 25 to 30 goals, guys. At 25, 30 goals with a 70 point plus, you bring a kind of unique player, a 6'2", one-guard center, play both positions. That's the kind of money you can give. I would not say $9 million for sure, but right now, I think they did pretty good. I know they would be better at 8 to 8. I understand that. But I think the potential, again, the ceiling of him is really not reached yet. my opinion. But the time will tell us. And I can understand Henry Rabinov the way you're thinking, by the way. But we'll see what happening. Something in my eyes right now. I cannot see very well. Do Steve G talk about? I don't know, hold on, guys. My contact is not very good. Good action for Montreal. I'm surprised he got 2 picks and prospect for him. Yeah, the cost may be high there, but if you calculate the value of the draft pick at the end, it's not too much and return save if you talk about the value of them. I try to pick up guys in the chat a lot about this, about what's going on. I'll do my best to pick up everything here. You can get a note information between everybody. That'd be good. Luciano, thanks so much. I appreciate that. Thanks so much, Sebastien, for comments. Newhook is very good at the PK and face-off. You're absolutely right about this, Steve. Something I did not look very well. Unfortunately, Steve, I would tell you one thing about the face-off. He's not very good. He's only at 38.4 average in NHL. Last year, he increasing at 41.1. I don't want to put you on the bad spot here. Steve, I just want to look in personally myself. I want to look about his face-off, but it's not there yet. But he's still young, so I'm not worried too much about that for that situation. The Canadiens need to try to get Pierre-Luc Dubois. Pierre-Luc need to try. Pierre-Luc Dubois is already the trade. Next key is better que Pierre-Luc Dubois. They have 2 different kind of players. They are different kind of how they use their play. But better, it depends what you're looking for, right? And I don't say Dubois is better. It just depends what you're thinking. One would be the cost to get Kako and the Lafrenière 5 pick enough. Wow. Not enough for the 5th overall pick, I believe, for Lafrenière and Kako for the New York Rangers. I don't think so. This is This is what you got with Kako at 22 years old. Lafrenière, guys, since he's been in the NHL, he's increasing, he become better. And I think the New York Rangers know that. So I don't think they will said everything. Lafrenière, guys, for me right now, he can become a 20 to 25 scorer in NHL. And he can become a guy who can score about 70 points per year. Yes, you're going to have maybe a season 80, 85, maybe 30 goals. But it's not. I don't see it as a consistency all the way at that moment. But he's a kind of player can do that for sure with Lafrenière. Kako, but Kako is just a guy he need Capo. He would need to increasing his consistency. It reminds me a lot right now, Kirianov, but I know he's better at Kirianov. For 5th, our plays, Carlos. We could pick up. Pierre Dubois was not even a superstar, a junior, defensively not in the NHL. Now que Dubois is gone, the Habs can, about that one, can be resigned Drouin too. It was not almost a goal in the season 28. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. I apologize, Luciano. Coach, what line do you see Newhook fitting in Montreal? Well, a third line about that for sure, Willie. The case for me right now, if they got Newhook, that's maybe the end of Grazia for the Montreal Canadiens. At least it's really low contract. That's not good news for Heineman and Allen to add Newhook in the equation. And we'll see what happens with RHP after that. But because they have extra players, that's not good news for Pitt Lake. And that pushed Pesedi until to the limit at the door, almost at the door. But it will be interesting what happening. Ella overpaid, but they got a set to spare on that, not hurt much. I really believe right now. Yeah, I don't know who's going to win that trade, the King or the Jet, but both teams get what they're looking for. That's the end. I think the Jets got more what they expect at the beginning, a couple of weeks ago, when everybody was thinking like Montreal don't have to give him nothing in return. And I said always the Jets going to get something bigger, and they would be. He's been that way, patient. The GM for the Winnipeg Jets. He's always look what he did with Jacob Trouba. What he get in return, a first round pick plus Noel Pionk as a defenseman, if I can recall it very well. So he played the card of the patient, and he knew it would have. But Pierre Dubois have to be signed before the National Predator before the draft, because they get picked whatever they're looking for. King, coach, as you got here, do you think we can drop down to the 15th overall pick to update Ascara with Nashville, and after that make a trade back up for no? That would be difficult to do that. Edmondson will never get a first round pick, guys, that level, King. So I don't think so. Nashville is going to trade Askarov to move him for 15th to 5th. And that would be the way I would say to the way you questioned me, that way I would say no. Who will deliver the merchandise for the Canadian? Chance to sell the players, Sebastian. Mr. Dan Asham is in the house. Welcome back. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. Well, if you could be the worst we got a Newhook, we could have good on the whole hook. Here we go. What do you think of the Jet going to a LA coach? There's a good trade for both sides. And then for Felix Dubois, it's good for the Kings, and for the Jet, they get what he got in return. That's really paid well, and I think that's good. They bring a lot of great defensive players. And then Kapuri is the players is only young. They don't reach the full potential. Villardi could become a very good player in NHL. And then Yafalo is another good player, and they get a pick. So they pay very well in return. It does not sound like a Montreal already have enough centers. I'm not sure where Newhook fit in. Too small, really, and play on the winger. Alex Newhook, only 22, which is perfect fit for the current Habs roster. And G, he has a great point. He said that for sure. What do you think? What do you rank at this trade after the sick, and what you can expect to the service of Alex Newhook? A little bit too early to decide, King, about that one over there for him. But Newhook, like I said before, maybe a 15-goal scorer in NHL, and play about 40 to 50 points. And he's going to get play 15 minutes with the Montreal Canadiens. That will be my expectation for him for the upcoming season. The next 2 seasons could be a winger at the second line, and Rabinov. Yeah, he could have those kind of opportunity and Rabinov, but I don't see that yet. I think when you coach, like you get a player like him, you don't want to put him right away there. You want to take a time and to not put him too much pressure. But you can, guys, and I don't know if CG see that the same way. Like, he's really smart hockey player, guys. Newhook, he compete a lot, and he's really smart on defensive zone coverage. And I think that will help him Montreal Canadiens. It's not like a Lekonen 2.0, but he's a type can play at that same level like Lekonen, in my opinion. He's not afraid. He compete. He pick up the puck. He fight for the puck. I know he's small. He's 5'10", but he's still 190 pounds or 185 pounds. 190 pounds. I see Pitlick to the Habs getting a trade or waiver, but he will do this. He did last year. And Bush, and he carried a contract, I think, at $1.2 or $1.4 million. Not many things were going to get him or claim him about this contract. Now he have one final remaining contract, maybe, but I don't expect too much. Mark, still a rebuild, a Newhook, speed up to the single, 3-4 years, and the prospect use is not changing the plan. Exactly what it's just like. Stay in the plan, right? Don't push everything faster. Don't try to get that team, the rebuilding quicker. Put Dak on the wing and got the new center, maybe. About that one over there. is in a top, and Nick continue about Newhook, only 23 years old. Very well with the Habs. Drouin, expensive role player, in my opinion. I don't know about Drouin right now. Christian Shaw, Habs drafting a winger. Come on, people. Then I go there or there. CG Alex going to use part of the hair. Oh, so glad to be a part. Thanks so much, Rob. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. Don't forget, get to click on the like. You don't mind, that'd be great. Anything talk about Pierre-Luc Dubois? I don't want to talk too much about Pierre-Luc Dubois. We talk about him for the last month, and he's straight, and the saga is over. And for me, it's time to move on with Pierre-Luc Dubois at the end of the day. Luc Laverson in the house. Welcome back, Luc. Thanks for being with us tonight. And Mr. Shock is in the house directly from Nashville. Thanks so much. Let's see what does NA, and we'll see happening naked and Revenant. I was a big 31st now. I have this strong feeling that Montreal would pick Leonard. Here we go, guys. Let's talk about this. I'm going to let the chat guys running, and I apologize, guys. I will refocus it when I want to talk about the next 15 minutes and then see. Now, Montreal Canadiens have the 5th overall pick. Now, yes, one option there. They can move up still. They can keep it the pick, or they can move down. So in the press conference of Ken Hughes, he was smiling a little bit. He was don't want to give any information for the reporter, everything like that. They have some things going on. I think the beauty of Ken Hughes and the staff over there, they're always they do the homework. They are really well prepared. So I believe they have all the options. The option I would say to you, I don't see Montreal Canadiens move up. That would be shocking to me. But I feel Montreal could keep it and they could go move down. The fact they trade 2 picks, guys, that open up an open door for me. They maybe move down and to get 2 picks in return. So if they move down with the Flyers, they want Mitch Cobb. The Montreal select 7 and 24 or 22nd. I cannot remember. 7 and 22nd. And they trade with Washington. But Washington proposal, I see they get Manta and they get a first-round pick 2024. This is maybe the worst trade they can make. Maybe they move up with the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit have the pick number 9, the pick number 17. So that's the feeling of what I see the 2 pick over there to Newhook. Montreal maybe had that option. But they could keep that 5th overall pick and they could select Mishkov. And they are happy about Newhook and Mishkov for that draft for the first 2 rounds until they pick number 69. This is an option Montreal could get. And I think that will be very important to the next 24 hours to see what the Ken Hughes can do. Do you see other move, coach? I don't see the 5th overall pick. This is the only thing they can do and return. Can the Washington said, I'm going to trade my 8th for your pick, Montreal, and I'm going to give you Hendrix Lapierre. Is it a good deal or a bad deal? I don't know. Can Montreal select between now if they get Rebecca, Leonard, Mishkov, Benson, Devoski, maybe other players? Will Smith, do you think Will Smith be available or not? I don't know. But these are all the things about that. I know some of you have a question, guys. I will go to move on very quickly to the end of the chat so I can follow up a little bit more what's going on here. If not, I'm going to losing a lot of track right there. Scotty Larocque, I can see more move for when Scotty, I'm sorry, they move down and get the 2nd round back. Luc Laverson, can you see Montreal trading away 5th overall pick and it's already young elite players? Can you see Montreal trading away 5th for a young lady? Yes, I could see that, Kings, but who they are, I'm not sure about that. For that, that's okay with Scott. First of all, welcome aboard. We appreciate our the Islanders coach. I know they don't get the first round, but do you think they can make a sum? Well, Nate, defenseman, they can move the puck. But the only player for the rod for the Islanders, it would be only Thompson as a defenseman with Montreal. Would love to get that. Do you trade you guys Thompson for your 5th overall pick and you get a 2nd round pick? I don't know. That's the only prospect I believe Islanders like King asking me right now. But that's a great, maybe that's the pick they will do. I don't know if Islanders will do it. But that's the pick I think Montreal, if they really believe. Another young player, defenseman, have a rocket, is a, you know, and is a big defenseman. You have to polish his defensive zone coverage, but I think it is. I see the last pick, I'm Willie Rabol. Let's have it tomorrow. Yes, sir, Dan. Shotgun Misère, fais donc podcast en français. Pas de problème, mon Shotgun. Apprécie le lot pour ton commentaire. On te remercie beaucoup. Malheureusement, on ne le fait pas parce qu'il n'y a pas beaucoup de monde en français. Donc, c'est la raison en arrière de ça. Quand on a commencé, il y a 4 ans, 3 ans, on a commencé en anglais avec quelqu'un en anglais. Donc, c'est la raison pour laquelle. Mais on te remercie beaucoup pour ton commentaire. Puis, j'espère qu'il y a sûrement d'autres endroits que tu peux t'amuser et avoir du plaisir. Coach, I'm hearing the Canucks are trying to move Evan and Hart in order to land Barbashev from Las Vegas. You thought, well, Vancouver need to add some player like him because they don't have a lot in their team. And this Vancouver are really in the boat of the salary cap problem. The prospect they got, other effect, Kusmako, is it Kusmako? Kusmako, I believe it is, last name for Vancouver anyway. I don't like to do that way with that, but let's see. I know I squeezed his last name right now, but I want to give you the right name. Kuzmenko. Here you go. Kuzmenko. This is really the winger they have with Pedersen when he plays sometime on the winger, Pedersen. So they want to bring some kind of the fourth checker, what Barbashev did. I think they really believe on him. And unfortunately, like I said, the prospect, they never reach the full potential, what they expect. But it takes time. But it will fit with the Vancouver Canucks. The problem with the Vancouver Canucks, guys, is they carry on. Yes, they have $6 million open up this year. But remember, guys, when the OEL was going to kick out the next 2 years at $4 million, they would be squeezed at some point. I think Barbashev is going to get a 6.6, I believe, 6 years, $6 million, 6.5, about that. Look at draft Mishkov and trade him to Washington. Yeah, but what you get in return and keep in Mishkov, Luciano. About this one with that. Vinny 007. Coach, you're smart on your hockey night. Thanks so much. Coach, this is who Vegas is looking at left winger. Danny Butt, Yagersev, and 6'5", 2003. Yes, you're absolutely right, Adam. I'll be shocked if he's available at 32nd. I think Butt will be between 20 to 26 for the draft. But Vegas, I don't think so. Will be available at 32nd for him. I would say to you, Adam, check Charlie Stramel. I think Charlie Stramel is a big winger, 6'3". I think he would fit between 29 to 37. And Adam, remember that one, Charlie Stramel, for this one. What do you think Will Smith setting is? Lucifer, first of all, welcome aboard. Welcome back, by the way. But the effect of the Smith guys, it reminded me a lot of Logan Cooley last season. I know sometimes some people, he don't go too much on the traffic, but the guy have an amazing, great IQ, great skater, great hockey sense, great shift. He's a playmaker. He's a play driver, I would call him, of course. And he opens space for his teammate. And you look about the season of Leonard and Perrault. But Smith is one... help the both players, so he make the player, his teammates, linemen, better around him. That's what Will Smith potential to have 80 points. I don't seem like exactly like Jack Hughes. Hughes is skating is more better, but he's a guy can play top line and the NHL for sure. About it, hopefully this going to give you. And I say one of the Benson Smith in Mishkov is the keep 5th round pick that would be. To his coach, top 6 size is an issue. I agree, but you also don't win cup without elite level talent. And Mishkov gave that us. You have so right about Mishkov. He can give you some. It's a great pick. Selected last night for the biggest. Here we go. I learned from you. That's happening about this one there. So, guys, about 10:05 for you guys. I want to give you a bit more information about the Montreal Canadiens, guys. So, the Montreal Canadiens, guys, they move up or move down. And then, guys, I said to you earlier, I would say to you this. I think I talk about this one over there. I Mishka meet Melson. I get another one. I talk about this. They have not much conversation in the chat, but Mr. Nick, welcome aboard. Thanks for being with our Canadian show. I said to you, I'm going to give you my selection or my pick for the Montreal Canadiens. Are you ready? Are you ready? And now I don't want to get a bottle of water on my head after that. I don't want anybody drop some water bottle on my head. Don't tell me I'm crazy. But I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I see something going to happening for the Montreal Canadiens tomorrow. Coach can tell us. They move up? No. They move down? No. The Montreal Canadiens are proud to select from... Hold on. I need to make some kind of more like crazy stuff here. The Montreal Canadiens are proud to select from Sweden, Leo Carlson, big center, 6'3" winger from Sweden, play for the Sweden Hockey League last year. The Montreal Canadiens are going to select tomorrow Leo Carlson. This is my selection for the Montreal Canadiens. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it because you're crazy, let me know. But this is what the Montreal Canadiens are now going to trade their 5th overall pick, and they're going to keep that pick, and they're going to select Leo Carlson. Why you said that, but I will tell you why. Bedard, Fentelly, Smith, Michkov, and Montreal have Carlson. That's it. You got it, my friend. Coach, you always make my day. You're welcome. How about this one over there? We'll see what happened here in the chat. Coach, this is over guest looking left winger, Daniel Butt. Yourself? Yes, I'm sorry about this one over there. Adam. We'll see what happens. Dream on Coach about this one. NHL News in the house. Welcome. This remark. Montreal still have Michkov. Dream on look at my coach about that. What's going to be possible? There's no chance that happen. Not sure it will happen. Here we go. No, Carlson won't be there at 5. Coach, you're nuts. Here we go. Take it, guys. I would pick it up. Everything. Let's go that one. Can happen, but very unlikely. Here we go, guys. And the only thing could happen, guys, is this way. The Columbus Blue Jacket, the name of Carlson was picked up. It was taped on them for many, many days. The last 48 hours, Columbus are going to select Will Smith. That opened the door for the San Jose Sharks. And I think the way Michkov is carrying himself right now, the way the impact of what's going on again around Michkov, the increasing his value for other team in NHL. And he's a good fit for the San Jose Sharks, in my opinion. And that opened the door for the Montreal Canadiens to get Leo Carlson. That's what I'm thinking. Now we can see that way with that. About that. Bedard, Carlson, Smith, Michkov, Fentelly, and on top, I have a feeling since they draft left winger, I'm wondering if they go for a winger or defenseman, but that's true. Cannot have enough center. That if Shark take Michkov, the building is going to be explode. Remember, guys, 20 minutes ago, who has the key? San Jose Sharks. Barry Trotz in Montreal, it's not. If the San Jose Sharks select Michkov, that opened the door for the Montreal Canadiens to get Carlson. Whatever. Could be Fentelly, Smith. But I feel Leo Carlson is going to be there. Every year, top 5, you have a shocking name pop up and nobody expect. For the last 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, everybody said, Bedard, Fentelly, Carlson, Smith, Michkov. Everybody's done this all the time. But every year, the Kokanemi, the Pierre-Luc Dubois, Always someone, a name slip between everybody. I'll give you that one more, guys. Don't be surprised if San Jose select Rainbacker number 4. I'm telling you right now, always something happening with nobody expect. So yeah, and at the end of the day, I could be wrong here completely, and that would be fine. But that's the beauty I think we are here. But for me, the Montreal Canadiens are proud to select from Sweden. I can see him already. I see him walking right now. Go the way the bar. And now you have the song of Taylor Swift behind him. He goes slowly on the podium. And then Martin St. Louis run and jumping on his arm and like a boy. And then Leo Carlson, so coach, calm down. But I feel the Montreal Canadiens are going to select Leo Carlson about that one. Montreal has the key to the basement for look. So the key of the San Jose guys is because the selection they're going to get could open the door for the Montreal Canadiens when nobody expect. But this is me, guys. I could be wrong completely. That's not my feeling. My feeling, it was saying right until the last minute. This is my feeling. Now, of course, if Michkov is still there, Montreal could move down and pick up another pick. I believe could happen. Or between Leonard and Rimbacher, I think Montreal are going to be with Leonard, but I'm not sure yet. I will have to study a little bit longer about that one over there. But it's Carson better Ski or Doc. I think so too. It is, for my opinion. And that is happen. That will be the second best scenario to better Phil Farlane. Aucune chance que can have choisi Carlson. Shake it up. G about it. Hockey wise cannot really go wrong with any of the top 5 pick. Sorry, coach. Smugging that. There we go. Daughter Swift, no ABBA Dancing Queen. There will be a party in the street if we got Carlson dues. Yeah, to Carlson, no to Leonard or Benson for Mike Elliott about that. Again, guys, just the feeling I have. Just the feeling I have. Can Anaheim pick up Michkov? Fantasy is really look up for lock up with Anaheim. But can Verbeek become the Steve Eiserman and said, no, we go with Michkov. My team is not going to be ready. And when you be ready, my team would make McTavish, Zegras, and everybody else. And the next 3 years, Michkov was there. That's a possibility Anaheim can go. But again, guys, I will tell you right now, if Michkov is a 5th and Montreal doesn't want to Michkov, I think, in my opinion, Montreal are going to trade with the Flyers. This is my second option. All right? So let's be a little bit more honest here. But I think Montreal Canadiens, if Michkov is on the board at number 5th, they're going to trade him to the Flyers and they're going to get their pick 22nd or 24th and their pick number 7. And Montreal Canadiens are going to be happy to get Leonard or Rimbacher. And they protect that at the same time. This is the best scenario for the Montreal Canadiens. They get another 24. So they go that way. They get Ray Leonard. They're going to get, I don't know, Quentin Musty example, or they can get, I don't know, another player. So I'm just thinking, Otto Stenberg example at 24. And then they get Newhook. Originally, they were supposed to get pick number 5th, pick number 31st, and pick number 37. 3 picks, 3 different players. Now they get out of that draft pick, guys, with Leonard, 24 pick, or it could be Stenberg, right? And you get Newhook. Right? If not, like I said, they don't get that way. They pick number 5th, and because Leo Carlson will be there. Carlson, who knows who PLB next go plan? Trade Carter Hart for our 5th pick. Oh, I would never do that for that. You could take advantage of Briere in a sense. If happen, coach, I'm going to party and get real drunk and smile all summer long. I have a feeling Huberdeau will land in Montreal, but did not age well. I agree with disagree. Dak will become better overall pick player Suzuki. The ceiling is still there, King. The ceiling, but I feel Suzuki a little bit more smarter. But it's a good point to ask this question. Must be George must be a Kepler's fifth pick. You cannot go wrong with Ali the top five pick, George. But think about this, George. I just want guys. I just give you another great option here. At fifth, right? If they don't want to get Michkov, that's the key behind that, right? If they get Michkov, they keep it and they are good. Josh said, is a great comment. He said he must be keep their fifth pick. You cannot go wrong with that any of the top fifth pick. So the next two players after Michkov at fifth guy is Rimbacher and Leonard. That's the three players Montreal are targeting. So if they said, let's go with Flowers. Flowers get fifth. Montreal gets 7, and they get an extra pick, 24. So with that pick, guys, at 7, Arizona, whatever they pick, Rimbacher or Leonard, Montreal going to select one of them at 7. They still have their man at 5th because our attention was not Michkov anyway, and they will pick Leonard. So now they get a very good pick for the Flowers in return. I'm telling you, this is the best scenario too for the Montreal Canadiens if Leo Carlson is not there. But why Leo Carlson, coach? Because the rumor really deep from different experts or follow the team of Columbus Blue Jacket, they're really thinking the Blue Jacket now are looking more for Will Smith. Why, coach? Because Will Smith is a natural center. Leo Carlson play most of the time as a winger, and he did not play center for the last 2 years. Again, I could be wrong. But who has the key after that is the San Jose Sharks. Because the San Jose Sharks have the choice right between Carlson and Michkov. I don't know. About that one, like you but prefer your first scenario with Carlson, do much more. I agree. If you are not picking Michkov at 5th, turn down for the extra first round. I agree with you. Keep the 5th round. George, I trade Lucic, Randy. Carlson is such a good playmaker center. Great coming off the wall. Not as good as Fendery at tight space, but better playmaker than Fendery. I agree with you, William, about that. He's a play better. I think Fendery compete more. On my opinion, Fendery is really aggressive, more at Carlson, but more shifty. I don't want to get there. I think people are going to be you thinking too much Carlson. But I would say to you, Carlson could become a Matt Sundin in NHL. I don't say he will be, but you never know. But he's a kind of player he can become in NHL, Carlson. Fendery guy, he can become more a Rick Nash, in my opinion. That's what I feel about Fendery. So to compare, I want to maybe understand more what I'm talking about. Good thing we get Fendery. Then Suzuki would be great. No worries. Look, keep fifth front. You cannot go wrong with all the speculation and rumor. It would make the draft really fun. That's the beauty of that draft this year about that. First, have 7 seconds and 24 belong to Nigeria. There you go. So I'm confusing between 22nd, 24. So you can get that one over there. For the Montreal Canadiens, they get 7 and 22nd. Thanks to correct me about this. Should have acquired Jacob Maxwell for the best contract? No, Carlos. Obviously, for him, he can run a contract of 3 more years at 6.5. I think it is for him. And I think it's too much for the Montreal Canadiens to get a goaltender at 6.5. And Montreal are not ready to get there. And the time will be maybe Montreal will be ready. Maxwell will be 34 years old. You'd be like 37 years old. You still have 3 more years, guys, at $6 million. So not really close about that. Columbus definitely a weak down middle. Yeah, absolutely, right, G. And 5th pick have been amazing in the last few years. Trissalol, Quinn Hughes, Elias Peterson, and Maker. And Rabinoff. I'm thinking about Quinn Hughes. And Quinn Hughes the number 5. I thought it was number 7. And Rabinoff, if I check for Quinn Hughes, I don't want you to understand you wrong. I don't want to put you wrong about that one there, and I just want to correct myself. I thought it was 7 overall pick. I'm right. So Quinn Hughes, it was 7 overall pick in Rabinov. So I just want to again, guys. I don't go again you because I love information. I need to learn more, and sometimes I take a risk with 7. I remember that one because I talk a lot this week about Evan Bouchard. Bouchard was drafted by Edmonton Oilers 10, and he was the third defenseman. You remember that year, guys? That year, Quinn Hughes a draft in 2016. At 2018, you have a lot of defensemen. Ramis Dallin was a number 1. Thompson, following by Bouchard. It was a really great pick of the defensemen that year. Flink can trade them, Vladar. I think it'll be more available for them. And I've turned down Tressalo for Subban. Never forget that. Randy should. Do you think that you have any way Fantilli does not go second overall? Yeah, it could go that way. Now that would change a lot because now possible if they go, Fantilli is not there. I think they're going to get Michkov, Anaheim. They're not going to get Fantilli. They're not going to take Smith or Carlson over Fantilli or be sharp for Anaheim. So barely not. Honestly, I would say to you, it will not go happening. But you never know for sure. Subban gave his best year. William Smith knock again. Him does not like in the traffic. Can have a period where he disappear on the ice, but he drive the plane exactly. William, other offering us a $3 and a trade for Piquet Subban. Gave Montebo a chance at number 1. Could do the job. Considered less than a month. Yeah, I agree with you about this. We are fine right now with Jake Allen anyway, and what they got. Jimmy Bean and Beam. Jimmy is in the house. Maybe San Jose trade pick. Yes, could happen again for them. For that, Jimmy, if they really believe they can skip. Here's the problem, guys, are for Jimmy. I would say it could happen. But right now, you have Michkov. You don't want Michkov. You want to go down to get a pick after that. But if you skip right now and you have a chance to pick Carlson or Smith versus Benson or Rimbacher or whatever it is, I don't feel that San Jose will move down because of that. Because you're going to select a better players to anybody. So Montreal have more flexibility to do this with the Flyers. If the Flyers want Michkov. But the Flyers go to 4. Now the San Jose drop at 7. Now they're going to lose a Smith, a Carlson, a Fantilli, or a Michkov. And possibly they lose a Leonard or a Rimbacher. New member again, Andy Koivula. Thanks so much to be a member of the hockey. If you want to join the hockey, support the channel, guys, $1.99 per month is what? 20 cents per day, I believe, and then 5 cents per day, I don't know. Maybe not, but maybe at 7 cents per day to be part of the Hockey Nation Live show. We are live almost every day, so it's very cheap if you want to help the channel. Coach, how many elite players do you see coming out of this draft? The really elite player for me is friend like super elite players. Like the McDavid is a super elite player. I will say to you, 2 of them, Michkov and Bedard. If you want to consider them an elite, then it could be another one. Can Fantilli become that player? Can Smith become that player? Can Carlson can become that player? They are the only 3 other players could become. And I said they will. But Bedard and Michkov, I really believe they're going to be, honestly, super elite. Do you think there is still a chance that Michkov goes to Montreal? Definitely you have a chance. Ken Hughes met him today with the staff. And it looked like he had a breakfast in the morning. I don't know if is this news coming from Inartap, so maybe he can confirm Inartap. It looked like a Molson meet Michkov tomorrow morning. You was 7. Here we go. San Jose problem is trying to move Eric Carlson. He does not want to be there. But who will pick up his contract? Luciano, you're absolutely right. Meka was 4. Here we go. Trussell was 3rd. Elite player, only 1, but many very good players. I would say 2. Look, but you never know. I'm sure about the trade. That's interesting. Ed did not want to break up the rebuilding at that time. No, it's not. And Rabinov again. When you said my mistake, listen. It's not personal. We want to tell you. We want to be sure we. And me, I love to learn. Sometimes you guys, you talk about one player. I go here and I check because I want to learn. I want to know the salary, what he was picked, what he coming from, what they did. I want to learn every player in NHL. It's impossible to remember everything. So sometimes I like to check every NHL draft to see the selection so I can remember, like example, Ty Smith or any player was drafted at the selection. Player elite 3 or 4. About this, elite is the same. Sharks, I thought Willie Smith was the voice of Oscar from the Watcher. Mate, what goalie would be available at Montreal third round pick. You have a few of them. I don't think so. Rabal and Augustin will be there. I would set 3 names there. I would set Cajan, possible. Fowler, possible. Can they go with the big guy, Carla or Lundgren? 2 other the goalie. And then the goalie from the Seattle Thunderbird, Raslav, I believe, or Rislav for that one. That's only one it would be. He's only 6'1", if I can recall it very quick. So that's what my prediction about this one over there. So Andy, welcome back. Thanks again to be a member of the Hockey Nation Show, my friend. Super Generation 8 Plus. Yeah, confirming coach Monson meet LA tomorrow morning with Miss Carver. Here we go. That will be change their mind. If Oliver Moore a top 6 player for the U coach, yes, he is a second center. I think he could become an NHL. He has the speed like the same way like McDavid or Larkin and the Detroit Red Wings. It's just see how he's going to develop. He's always been behind Will Smith and the team, and he played with the less good winger, but he was carrying on the play guy. He was the fastest kid in the NHL draft. So I believe he will be a top 6. And again, you never know the development, but the ceiling for me will be a top 6, center number 2 for my opinion. Okay, I believe it would take 2 or 3 teams hitting Carlos' contract for him to move from San Jose. Borgen Hockey. Yeah, it could happen. Oliver Moore, Elite Menace. Look, if Michkov is still available at 5th, should not we be able to get more for 5th pick, 7-4? You could, Mark, but to jumping for 2 step up and NHL for what you get in return, it can maybe try to extract more from. I don't see that. If you talk about the value of the picks and the player like that, I don't see that. They get a second round pick. The first guy are at 40, I believe. So that'll be hard. It's a great question, Mark, but I feel it'll be hard for that one. We better not mess up tomorrow. Chicago, don't worry about that. You're going to be very happy, Chicago, tomorrow about that. Jamal Canadiens did not meet with Miskov. They want Smith in our top said, wait a minute in our top. What did he say? He said, Yamo, we miss Yamo Vartanen, by the way. Yamo Kekalinen, the GM of the Columbus Blue Jacket, want Will Smith. 10 minutes ago, everybody was screaming to me. They will go take Carlson. They're going to take Carlson. I'm telling you right now, guys, I stuck with Leo Carlson. We'll see. GSM, Montreal could trade the 5th to Philadelphia for the 7th, 22nd, or the Detroit for 9-7. Well said, GSM. The problem with that part of there for the Detroit Red Wing guy, they may be targeting only Reinbacher and Leonard. And I think that's the reason why I said the Flyers are the best matchup. I guess Mario and Gretzky are from another planet. Yes, look. Carlson won a contender while limited team at $11 million. Yes, minus the 5th, so it's 6 point, 5. It's just see what happening. Is Mandelbo truly our starting goalie, or it would be Adobes, would be someone under the system? Well, we don't have much Adobes right now with Primo, but right now, Tobes, you have to at least play 2 years at Laval Rocket to show exactly what he looked like before we consider him as the Montreal Canadiens future goaltender king. So Montembeault right now, it is right now. Can Montembeault stay consistency? The next season will be. Do you remember who got drafted just ahead of Newhook at Gold Caulfield? Yep, 15th overall pick. You're upside about this one over there. Great move by Timmins and Artap. I stick with Fantelli and Artap for that one over there. And that's what we got on this one over there. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the super chat. It did not pop up over there. We're going to wait for the pop up over there. We appreciate that, guys. You have any time, guys, to ask a question. Here we go. LUCIANO.
Super chat.
Super chat. LUCIANO GRAZIANO for the party. Luciano Graziano, super chat, $5. We hype Mr. Luciano for that one over there. We appreciate that. We love the super chat. And thanks to support the Hockey Nation Show. Luciano, guys, is a great moderator for the Hockey Nation Show. And really appreciate you do this for us. I know nobody talk about the Blues, but you think they can get a good return with them? The Blues, I don't know. If you talk about the Montreal Canadiens, if they made the case that the Blues going to give the 10th overall pick to 5th overall pick, and then they're going to give them the 25th pick. I think that pick is coming for the Toronto Maple Leafs for Ren O'Reilly. So it would be everything interesting about that one over there. King, if I can answer that one. Honestly, Coach, I don't see a Mitchkov there at 5. If he's there, you run to the stage to take him. Yes, that's possible about this. Mr. Atomado Roblox, back in the house, Mr. Roblox, a long time. Another supporter member of the Hockey Nation Show. Thanks so much. I like Montembeault. Neat, good at playing fun, and way to go. Celebrate his money membership. Thanks so much, Mr. Roblox. Like I said to you, my friend, we really appreciate your help to support the Hockey Nation. I like Montembeault, Nate, to go playing fun and way to go. Yeah, I agree with you, G, about this. Look, you said this all the time. 2023, new member. Again, Atomado Roblox and Andy Couillard, both of them are renewed as a member. And I appreciate a lot. I relate the 22nd game. Cannot wait for it. Yes, Roblox, he was announced. We talked about this a couple of minutes ago, maybe 30 minutes ago. We talked about their pick for the schedule for the Montreal Canadiens. Anything, guys, you can open up the door right now, Gary. You can talk about Sventin. We're going to go around what happening in the NHL today, guys. First of all, the Pierre-Luc Dubois, the Habs could not afford him. We know Pierre-Luc Dubois was traded today by the Winnipeg Jets to the Kings. In return, they got Yafalo, Villardy, and Kubari, and plus a second-round pick for the Montreal could not afford him at all, and that's finishing that saga. Pierre-Luc Dubois, like it, not like it. If you think it's the best thing happened to Montreal Canadiens, I think it is. I think Montreal was not ready. I think the best scenario for Pierre-Luc Dubois and Montreal Canadiens to match up, he was to wait. He become a UFA. He signed an 8-year contract at $8.5 million. I think it's pretty good overall, but we'll see. We'll see what happening for the now. So yeah, but what happening with the King guy? They're losing a lot of the Kings guys. They have a lot of great prospect. They have a lot, and that's the reason they can flexible to trade Villardy and Yafolo, and that's what's happening to them. But coach, does Mailloux make the team out the training camp? I don't think so. It is King for me. I don't see that happening for him. World champion, but no play. Excellent, confident goalie. 24 October, all team play, but no game start at the same time. Here we go. That's happening. Gary, the Habs are starting to look sexy. Gary, absolutely. Look at one there. The Habs dodge a bullet, not getting Pierre-Luc Dubois. King should be next season. Absolutely, William, about this. Thanks for the likes. Don't forget to click on that. What has the more value? Montreal 5th overall pick, or if you draft Mitchkov and trade him? But again, you never know because you never know what you get in return for Mitchkov. So, you know, it's hard to answer to you because we can go to It's fun ways about that. What other value about this? Any chance Simachev goes at the first defenseman selected tomorrow night? I believe he could. I don't see that. Obviously, I think Rebecca is really the one who's going to get out. And then after that, depends who wants Simachev, right? Can Sandin Pelika become the second? Simachev could, but I don't see that, William. Unfortunately, I don't see that. I thought I put Detroit with him, but I don't see that right now. But we'll see what happens. And coach, we should do a show to select every franchise, the best initial draft pick. Yeah, we could do that during the summer. Montreal still own the Calgary first round pick, either 24-25. Could use, might try the trade if also to get another young player in return. They could, about this for sure. GSM, the problem with that pick, G is they don't know. And not because it's too many conditional situation could happen with that pick. So 1 year they can pick up 25th. Then after that, that pick become the one for the Florida Panthers. And then now the Montreal select at 27. And the team want to make that trade. They don't know they're going to get 10 or 27 until they not finalize the direction of the pick. G, I don't see that would be a good asset for the Montreal Canadiens to trade that one for other team. Coach, do you see the app going after a left winger in the draft? It depends. I don't see a selection, a specific position, Willie. For me, they will select the best, what they think will be the best for the Montreal Canadiens. They don't really say, we want to run back up because we want a defenseman. So I would say, no, I like Simachev. I'll not mind if Montreal get him. I want to see Simachev, 5th overall pick, King. Best draft pick, all is Luc Robitaille. Yeah, for the Los Angeles Kings. This guy, guys, when he played with the Olympic or the All-Olympic, I think it was the All-Olympics, right? Anyhow, Robitaille, guy, his skating was not very good. It was slow, but he make it very well, by the way, for sure. It's Calgary first that Montreal have predicted. But it's complicated, guys, for the Calgary Flame because it's predicted for Calgary with the approval with the Florida Panthers. So the original pick, guys, it was the Panthers trade that pick to Calgary Flame for Sam Bennett. They make some kind of protection inside, conditional inside. If the Florida Panthers are top 10 at the draft, but the Panthers keep the pick and the draft and the year go to next year for the Flames. If that year the Calgary Flame are protected the trade to the Montreal Canadiens and they go top 10, now the Montreal Canadiens pick the rank of the Florida Panthers. So it's a little bit difficult to explain everything. They have like some kind of 6-7 conditional pick about that one. So they give you an idea. That's what's happening about that, Gary. For that, then was very common. Was picked for the Montreal was Denis Savard was passed out by Doug Wickenheiser. Remark was at the deadline, Hughes was offering a first-round pick for Anderson. Could he be traded tomorrow? He could. G, but I don't feel they want to trade Josh Anderson. I don't see that, but they could. Calls are not favorable for Simachev. Talk about it if we go Florida late round pick and the trade. But he could pick up that number 7, but I think they will pick Rimbacher before Simachev, for sure. And then they will select Leonard before Simachev. So I don't see Simachev with the name with the Montreal Canadiens. For that one over there. Let's move on, guys. We complete the show before we go to the quiz. The trade Montreal Canadiens, the trade and NHL today, Calgary trade with the New Jersey Devils. They send Tyler Toffoli for Sharakovich. I talked about Sharakovich for an option for the Montreal Canadiens a couple of days ago. And that would be Toffoli guy. This is another great additional player for the New Jersey. Now, at $4 million, they can't afford. I don't think so. They will now. Thomas Tatar not going to return it with the New Jersey Devils. They send New Jersey to sign Timo Meier. That team guy going to get better and better. I think Toffoli more at Tatar. So it's a great trade. The Lesson King trade with the Winnipeg Jets for Peter Dubois. We talk about this. The San Jose Sharks trade with the New Jersey Devils. They send Mackenzie Blackwood, the goaltender, 26 years old, for a 6th round pick from the San Jose Sharks. We know the San Jose don't have a lot of goaltender. I think Rimmer is UF3, by the way. And Kakkonen is the only defenseman goalie over there. The Flyers straight Kevin Hayes for the Blues. This one I don't get it. I don't know what the Blues believe on Kevin Hayes. I don't know on that one. I apologize, guys. I pick it up very quickly before I come to the show. If they are retaining money, see someone knows the Flyers keep some kind of money on Hayes, I wouldn't be surprised because Hayes carrying over $7 million. So if someone get it, let me know. What do you mean? Is it Montreal was looking for a big centerman, and Wickenheiser was the player engineer. Yep, that's right. Triple W is in the house. Welcome back. Open up a can of the worm on that one. Expected, unexpected would be busy draft day for that. In our tap, said that Jersey need to get bigger. Luciano was between Dion and Lafleur. Yeah, that's right. Look for that one there. And that pick was coming from the California Golden Seals. So if Calgary finished 23rd overall and Fleur finished at 28th overall, does that mean we get the Fleur a 5th overall pick? You go to get the lowest one. So no, you get the 23rd. You get a 23rd king. So that level, that's what you get. You get the Calgary 23rd. So that would be Montreal Canadiens, the 9th overall pick, if I can very quickly to go that way. Hopefully, very good trade. I agree with you. Exactly. Look at Miss Hard to project the best prospect can use is open for business. Here we go. Confirm now, Kevin Hayes. That's what I thought. I was not sure. That was Brière, said Gary. Do you see Montreal using their last retention slot? But you talk about the 7th round pick. I think Montreal going to try to move up at some point. But possible at the 4th round pick, guys, they trade the 2 of them or the 3 they have, and to try to pick up another player at the 3rd round. I wouldn't be surprised. They have a player, guys. I don't know how we had this. I don't think so. I have this guy here. And I thought you need to make some research for me, guys. And I thought you have to get on the elite prospect or check a player, guys. His last name starts with the U. But he's 20 years old in our top. Scored 50 goals, I believe, this year. He's on my other on my other computer, and I cannot get it in right now. Check or on Herbeck, something like that. He cannot remember if he played with the Vancouver Giants or the Seattle Thunderbird. I don't think so. No, he played with the Red Deer. He played with the Red Deer. He played with the Rebels, guys. Last season. He's aged out. Montreal Canadiens, guys, they always like to pick a player. Look like they did last year. They pick up a Nurmi. They pick up at 19, 20 years old, right? And now they give me the year number 24. 20. There we go, guys. His name, guy, is Kai. That's so many. Kyle Uchak. UCHACZ. All right, I'll give you that name, guys. All right. Don't be surprised if Montreal Canadiens select this kid tomorrow. CZ. He's not on the protest list, by the way. No one gave him on the list. He's a 6'1" center, 183 pounds. 192 pounds, by the way. And this year, he scored 50 goals, 35 assists, 85 points. I just give you that. 20 years old. Montreal love those kids. 19 years old, undrafted. 20 years old, undrafted. I don't know they will get, but it's a player, guys. Pay attention to this name. You never know. about this one. Agree and Rabinov. Lefty not worth this year. Fifth. The shield trade was a terrible trade. Josh, does Detroit have 2 first-round pick and 3 second-round pick tomorrow? Yes, they have number 9 and 17, and then they have 41, 42, 43, and Nicholas for Detroit. Montreal may maybe get with the pick for back with the 7th-round pick. Yeah, the 2 first, Nicholas, don't know about the second. Yeah, 41, 42, and 43. He's from Kazakhstan. I don't know he's from where. No, he's from Calgary, by the way. So, Carl, check how you pronounce that. I have no clue about this. I don't care. I'm always wrong with the name anyway. 9-7 for the Wings. 60 like, guys. No problem to click on the like. If you don't mind, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. We have still, guys, 15 minutes. I can go with another extra 15 minutes if we want to talk about something specific. If you're willing to do that, I'm willing to stay with me. If any question you want to talk about the NHL draft, what could happen tomorrow, which team going to be active tomorrow? Calgary Flame, can they do other move? Can the Flyers make a big move with the Montreal Canadiens? Can the Montreal make a big move tomorrow? Can the another team like Washington, Detroit can make Detroit get a 3 pick? I'll not be surprised Detroit make a to try to get another first-round pick and maybe at 26, 28 to draft 42, 43. It could happen tomorrow for that Calgary. And they, for that, Detroit is going to have such a great tomorrow. So many options. Chicago have a lot of pick, by the way, tomorrow. It's another team. It's going to be Arizona Coyotes. That's another interesting team. Have the 6 and 12 right now. And they're going to get... and that would be interesting what they're going to do for them. That's the reason I believe he's going to select Arizona or going to get Rembacher. Why, coach? Because they at 12, they can get another good forward. If they pick a forward like Leonard at 6, when they go at 12. But Rembacher and maybe another defenseman, and I think they feel better to get Rembacher, and then they can get with a forward at 12, like I don't know, a Barlow, maybe Perrault, maybe Benson, who knows? But I think that will be the way they will do that. Imagine having Jacky and Uchuk on the same team. Yes, Rabinov, home Montreal will be active double. Which team do not have a first-round pick tomorrow? And what do you see those team doing in the draft? They will be sit home and wait. I think if I can recall it, the Boston Bruins, in my opinion, don't have no pick in the first round. Quickly in my head, the Boston Bruins are out of this. Is it Edmonton Oilers too? I could be wrong about that. I don't have it in front of me. Which thing could be a biggest? Wait a minute, I tried to pick it up everything here, so I make a mess up. If you want to invite a player, invite a Quebec players. Montreal could trade the 5th to Washington, but only for the 8th overall, plus Lapierre. They can do that for sure, but if they really want Leonard and Rembacher, possibly they don't have them anymore. So I'm not sure if they want to do that. Which should be a biggest winner tomorrow. Maybe the Wings, Willie. The Detroit could be that team. I think Arizona could be that team. I think Chicago become that team. The St. Louis Blues could become that team too. The Flyers could be that team too. Not me. Many of them can go that. The coach, can with Detroit get more at 9 and Barlow at 17? Yes, they can get more at 9. KLS, his name was related to them at some point. Barlow will be a little bit slightly on that one. I think Barlow will be out at 14, 15, 16. And it all depends, KLS for Barlow is who is going to be Benson, Perrault, and Danielson. They are the 3 players at the between 9 to 17, 18. That would push back for the Detroit Red Wings. I think for me, I would say to you, KLS, remember that name, Brendan Yagar. I think it's between 15 to 18. And I think it would be a player could be available at 17 for the Detroit Red Wings. But Barlow could be another one too for them. I think Perrault, Danielson, Benson, Moore, Matthew Wood. I just give you 5, 6 names right there. That bring you already at 15, 16. So, yeah, Edouard Sally could be another one there. I think it would be a little bit earlier, but still there for that KLS. I agree with Arizona. Barlow is my favorite players and that this draft. I love to see him. And 5 years, you have a lot of potential with Barlow. A very strong players for sure. Islanders coach. Islanders have no first round pick. You're absolutely right about this, Randy. Like I said, quickly like this, the Islanders, of course, they are not when they trade for Bo Ovrat. The Habs have a long jam at the center position. Yes, Gary. Tampa Bay does not have any pick until the 5th pick. Chicago, another time, and the Panthers too, for sure. For that, Islanders and the Panthers don't have first round. One is the minor league draft. One is the minor league. You talk about strength team. Some did it already. King, if you talk about the junior, they have no draft for American Hockey League for that one. And the East Coast Hockey League, King. So that's the best thing. Edmonton as pick number 54. Newhook could become Chandler Stephenson for the Habs. Need for it to shine. I love that. I love that one, and Rabinov. I think I'm going to give you the first star of the night with your comments. I really like it. We never talk about who you can compare Stephenson, but you're absolutely right, and Rabinov. I think Newhook for Stephenson is a great one. Which minor league again? Habs taking Michkov now. Mr. Absolutely hockey. We'll see what happens in the Hawks have 11 picks. Chicago, yes, like Montreal. Not Montreal before today. If the 2 third-round pick better than 1 second-round pick. It depends the year, King. It depends, you can have a second-round pick 33rd, and you can have a second-round pick at 62, right? At the end of the day. And then you can have a pick number 65, third-round pick, and then another one at 90. So, it's all depend the number of the value of that King. So, I hope you understand my point of view about the Flame. We'll pick up Wood for the Calgary Flame. Thanks so much for Jake Levinson. If I recall it, is a defenseman, NCAA. Quebec League draft already done. Yes, they are. Depend. Okay, you pick. I'll show you got this. I have the Jet taking Wood. Here we go. The Jets and the Flame. About that, the Flame will be pick number 16, and so will be interesting about that. San Jose might be draft Leonard number 4 overall, making Carlson or Smith available in Montreal. I think Smith will be available at 3rd. I think Smith will be a draft by the Columbus Blue Jackets. Remember, if you are just new here, guys, my selection for the Montreal Canadiens tomorrow is Leo Carlson. About this one over there. I'll end for Mishkov at 5 is there. Gary Cournoyer. Coach, goalie are so tough to project. The first 3 years entry contract rarely show up the player. It's much later, actual example, Wolf and Calgary. You're absolutely right. That's what I would say, guys. This is a rule they should changing in NHL. Someone asked me about what kind of rule you would like to change. Only what's kind of one of the rules. Anyhow, this is a rule I would change. I would say because you can become a waiver after your entry-level contract after 2 years after that. It's very complicated, but I would say this thing. A player, no difference between a goalie or a player's forward, guys, to be on the waiver. So you have certain rules. You have to play number the game, everything like that, and number the contract years in the NHL or whatever it is. So my point to you, William said, I will not change the rule for the forward. For the goalies, I will give a 2 extra year exam waiver. So to be sure you develop that goalies for years. At 23 years old, at 24, now you're losing him. I think it's too early. I think they should wait until 25 years old before you lose him. Maybe add 1 year if you want to, but I would not classify the same role for the goalie and the players because of the development as it's different between a goalie and a forward or a defenseman. So a skater versus a goalie, that point here. So I don't know what you feel about that, but that would be something that the NHL should look. Montreal got Montembeault because of that. Montreal maybe lose Primo because of that, and I can go with many other goalies in the NHL. So I think that's the reason I would just said to you, William. I think the Avalanche would get a 2 good first round pick, William, Willie. They could trade for the 31st, 37 to get one, for sure. Carlson at 5, Léon Renault. That's my prediction, Renault, about them. The Seattle Kraken signed Gustav Olofsson a 2 years contract. Thanks so much. Montreal should draft a goalie in the 3rd round and then one of the final 2 rounds, something better to fill goalie at basket. Yeah. The problem with that part of that was said to you guys, after you cross the 7 top 8 goalies, those are projected to become possible backup number 2 in NHL. After that, good luck. It could happen sometime, but good luck. There are 13 other goalies, guys. They are about 20, 22 in NHL right now on the NHL draft. They are not going to be high, but sometimes you can have a big goalie and you never know how you're going to develop. Like you said earlier, you never know with goalies about that. And after that, I go looking at the answer for the quiz. Already done. And look about this. If Carson or Smith is available at 5th, who do you take? There's a great question here. I would go with Leo Carlson. One is size, but the guy is more shifty. I think he compete more at Smith. But both of them are going to have a great career. It's a really difficult one. I'll be honest with you, this is a tough one. But I will go with Carlson. Do you see any good undrafted players and free agents for Montreal to sell? Most of them are out, King. I would say to you, a goaltender like Rousseau could be one. Could be invite. But you're going to have some of them who will be undrafted this year. You can invite too. 21 years old. Age out. Coach, that would be an excellent rule adjustment, William. You're getting better and happy. Thanks, Randy. I cannot wait for tomorrow. Everything will be a DeBrincat going to Detroit. This is another video I did this week. I figured out Detroit are looking for add a winger, a playmaker can score. Detroit is 1-1 for DeBrincat. You have another player. They was but talk his name this week about Detroit could get him. I cannot remember. I think I would call it in second Thursday. And in front to the Panthers, I think this is another option. I feel if they make that trade, Duclair will be involved with that trade, Randy. I will not be surprised for that. Carlson is 5th by a mile, William. And then Pierre Dubois, 8-year contract, 8.5. Thanks so much, RG to Calibers. Every gem should be on if Carlson is the 5th overall. We'll see what happens, guys. I've been wrong many times, guys. I've been wrong many times. And I just want to, I would be safe to say Montreal going to select Leonard. I just want to see its friend. I just see the unexpected, like you said in our tab, expect those stuff like that. So can one of the 4 teams, not Chicago, but can Anaheim, Columbus, and the San Jose make something different what we expect? Anaheim supposed to be Fantelli. Can they go with Michkov? I don't know. Can Columbus supposed to get Carlson select Smith now? I don't know. Can the San Jose supposed to get Fantelli, he's supposed to get Smith or Carlson, but they decide to go with Michkov now. And can now the Montreal Canadiens, lucky they are, they don't have to trade anyone because they get Leo Carlson. Everybody said Amen. We'll see what happening tomorrow night at the Hockey Nation Live Show. We're going to follow the live stream. I invite you to join me live at 6:30. We'll be ready for the first round tomorrow night. We're going to go through there. We're going to give you all the information about the players, the selection, the team, everything you need to know, and their past draft pick. Maybe at Rebecca. If he goes in the top 4, then look out. Newhook is a new elite. Look at the skating. He is. I'm still here. Coach Dan is still here because he's waiting for the NHL draft quiz. Guys, a lot of people here at the end of the show. We're supposed to be only 90 minutes. Sometimes I extra with 2 hours. And at the end, we always do a show with a friendship quiz. Tonight, the questions are not good. What are you talking about, Coach? Because I was late this morning. And then I have to make 3 questions. And I decided to go with 3 questions with only number. So it's not easy. Honestly, they are not. And if you read a lot about the playoff, or the trophy awards trophy this week, yesterday, you maybe have the name or the answer of those tonight. So it will be interesting what we got here. And I agree with me, is a good elephant maybe trade tomorrow. So Zeljon is expensive, not play with the last 2 seasons, but Chicago maybe trade him to Montreal for the 5th round pick. That would be hard. G carrying a $9.5 million guy for the next 5 years. That would be too much for the Montreal Canadiens. That would be disastrous. Again, guys, Montreal could not trade for anything. At a young prospect, we don't rush the rebuilding, guys. We cannot do that. We cannot get a contract at $9 million, $8 million. We don't are ready for that. Let's have another year at the bottom in NHL to get another great pick next year, top 10. This is the beauty of the Montreal Canadiens. Then after that, 2024, when you go to see me again in 1 year, if I'm still alive. But now we can talk about a UFA or a contract at $7, $8 million or $9 million. So be thinking about that one. I want my money back, Randy, about this. I'll be there tomorrow. Coach Mr. Dan about this one. Guys, let's move on there at the quiz of the night and go to finish the show that way over there. First of all, guys, the last game, Gary Cournoyer and King of Gamer are the winner. They win the first time of the season. And then Mr. Enartap and Nicolas de Gobi-Bono lead at 3. By the way, we don't see Nicolas de Gobi-Bono. Hopefully, he's doing well. He's fine. We never know. Maybe the mouse he has, it does not work anymore. Who knows about that one there? The French quiz, guys, is 3 questions with 3 answers. We accumulate and we make a leaderboard of the year. By the way, guys, they have a few people like RG and have only 2 W. The rest have only 1 W so far. So that's what we got. Are you ready?
Oh, my God!
Question number 1 of the night. How many players win the Lady Byng Trophy more owns in the NHL? How many did it? We know Anzi Kopitar did it for a second time. So how many players in NHL win the Lady Byng at least owns? 16 of them, 18 of them, 20 of them, 22 of them, or 24? They are all this answer, guys, that way tonight. I know only you can win tonight if you're lucky. Flip your 20 and then check. And he said, I'll go with B, example. So we'll see what's happening about that one there. Nick, I go with the D. We have RG, KLS, thanks so much. Jean-Maurice, welcome back, Jean-Maurice. Thanks to see you tonight, Jean-Maurice. Don't forget to click on the likes. Vinny James 007, we go with 16. That's sure more one KLS. G with A, Randy with A, Rabinov C, Willie Snyder C. Appreciate a lot. We have Andy, Gary, Dan, Luc Laforson with E. Look, he wait for Enartap, but he did not pop up. Enartap. We wait. Thanks so much for the likes. We got D for King, Real D, G with B about this one there. Enartap go with D about 22. Mark, go with D. We're going to wait 5 more seconds, guys, for the winner of the first question tonight. And we have a few people. Claude Richard with C. A bond to be had said A about this one over there. Thanks so much, guys. We have a few people nailed it. The answer, guy, is C. 20 plus did it, and RJ and Rabinoff, Willie Snyder, and Claude Richard are the 4 winners of the first question of tonight. Congratulations, Mr. All the 4 of them. Great job about that one over there. All right. Question number 2. How many players win the Hart Trophy at least 3 times? Connor McDavid did it. But how many of them did it at least win the Hart Trophy, the MVP? 7 players, 8 players, 9 players, 10 players, or 11 players? Here we go. Again tonight, guys, I know it's not easy. Boring question. I understand. Last minute. I'll be better next time. I promise you. Just coach was tired this morning. Need to sleep a little bit longer. So we'll see what have we got here. Pete Mahavlich, look la fortune. B for Chicago. How about this one? Joël Daigle. Salut, mon Joël. I like your GDR emoji. Hopefully, you're going to subscribe and the show. We go with now with B, C, D, E. You're going to get it at some point. Let's go with Z. Okay, let's go with A. Jean-Maurice go with 10 with D. Jean-Maurice. Leo go with A. G go with A. Willie with A. Andy go with B. Jean-Maurice go with D. Gary with D. Claude Richard with A. GS with A. I need to pick it up here. I did not good answer here. Dan with A. Marcel Bellil go with B. Thanks so much about this one there. We're still waiting for a couple of more people to pick up the answer tonight so far. Luc Lafortune go with A. Real Deal go with D. And Rabinov go with D. I didn't see Enartap so far. Enartap go with C. King of Gamer go with A. Jean-Maurice, Lemieux, Gretzky, Lafleur, Crosby, and a few more. Jean-Maurice, yeah, I'm sorry about this. Marc Elliott go with C. And do we have anybody else? Look like we are done on that one with them. I thought it's going to be a shootout from Coach tonight, but only the last 2 answers of the night, guys, did it. Enartap and Mac Elliott with 9 players. Everybody picked a lot of 10 and 7, but the answer, guy, is 9 players did it. Won the Hart Trophy 3 times. Congratulations for Marc Elliott and Enartap. Join right now Claude Richard, Willie Snyder, and Rabinov and RJ are 6 players with 1 good answer. So let's finishing the show right now for the last one over there. Congratulations for Mark and Enartap. Question number 3 of the night. Are you ready? How many defensemen win the Norris Trophy at least 3 times? How many defensemen in NHL win the Norris Trophy at least 3 times? 6 of them, 7 of them, 8 of them, 9 of them, or 10 of them. Good luck, everybody. So, Jean-Maurice, it was 9. Jean-Maurice said C. You're absolutely about this one, Mr. Jean-Maurice. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like before you leave the building and away. Last question of the night. That was the resume of the show. Bobby Hall, look la fortune. RJ, go with D9. Thanks so much, RJ. Appreciate a lot. Whoa. We'll be very fast right now here for sure. Dan, go with E. Chicago, Nick with B. Leo, thanks so much to be with us tonight. We miss you, buddy. Hopefully, you're doing well there. A and Rabinov E. Vinny B. Vinny 007. G. A. KLS C. Willie Snyder D. Marcel Bellil B. All right. And then we have Luc Lafortune with C. Claude Richard C. Enartap C. Andy Koivula D. Joël Daigle, Jean-Maurice, and Nazi C. Thanks so much. And then we have Real Deal Prim. Go with D. King with A. Claude Richard C. Then we have N. Rabinoff. C for GSM. And Rabinoff, I need to check. And Rabinoff is the only one. It was possible he can win. He's go with E. Here we go, guys. The game is over tonight. We have 2 winners tonight. 2 winners because they have the right answer, ladies and gentlemen. They did it. The answer tonight, guys, the final answer is D with 9 players. And guys, RJ Calabro and Woody Snyder are the winner of the friendship quiz tonight. RJ now becomes a leader for RJ Calabro with the 3 winners this year. Woody Snyder, the winner of this one. With that, congratulations, both of you are the winner of the friendship quiz on the great episode of the June 27, 2023. This is concluded, guys. Another great show. Don't forget, guys, if you follow us every Monday night and Wednesday, we talk about the Montreal Canadiens. The Tuesday, it's NHL. Tonight, we talk more about the Montreal Canadiens because it was the preview of the NHL draft for the Montreal. But we're going to go that way all summer, the Mondays and Wednesdays. So if you're not subscribed to the show, please, I would love you to subscribe. If you not click on the like, please do it. And follow my @DANY News. And of course, you can sign up for my new channel. It's called the Habs Nation. It will be live with more video in the next couple of days for sure. Be ready on that one over there. Thanks so much, Mr. Luciano, do that. But before we leave, we always said to you guys, first of all, we thanks. Let me take this one. I want to thank all the moderators tonight in the chat. Thanks so much to be a part of the show. We want to thank, of course, the people in the chat. Without you, the show would not be existed. You make this big difference for the Habs Nation grow properly. And we are really pleased and grateful and thankful for each one of you. You guys, you rock and roll that chat and with great knowledge. Everything on that. Who the Montreal Canadiens are going to select tomorrow, 5th overall pick. It will be interesting to see that. Until then, my friend, we want to remind you one more thing. You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Yes, you have greatness inside of you. We wish you an amazing, great, blessing night, everybody. Sweet dream. And everybody is excited about tomorrow night. We are about, maybe 19, 18 hours before the NHL draft. We think about this for the last 3 months, and the Montreal Canadiens was eliminated. We'll see what's happening with Ken Hughes. Until then, my friend, we want to remind you, be well, be L. Find a way not only dominate your day, guys, but find a way to dominate the first half of what? Your 2023. Remember, the Montreal Canadiens are proud to select from Sweden, Leo Carlson. Interesting coach. He said that to us on the great Tuesday night. Had an amazing great night, guys. And remember, the Hockey Nation wants to tell you one more thing. We love you, friends. Good night, everyone.
Should I say so? We're just putting on a show. Come on, get a grip now of all the ways we parted. You showed in your own way we would stand and we would fall united. Come on, get a grip now. Just finish what you started. Don't like the feeling that I've been fooled, deceived and so misguided. Oh, oh, oh.
Thank you, Lucky. Thank you, Luke.
What do I know? What's going on now? Is this
Thank you, Willie.
another breakdown? You and me, should I let
9:17.
go? I do really want to know what's going on.
Yes, mon Jim, mon Vinny. We ready for that one. I can wait. Direction for the gym. The next 30 minutes. I need gym. I need to lift. I need to get better. Oh, 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 oh. Booyah!